All right, everyone. So it is 6:26 on the 19th of March. I'm just going to actually clear my throat before I start because it sounded like I was just like talking through treacle then. So that wasn't the best start, but what the hell? We'll carry on. Why not? Shout out to everybody who I haven't met before. I wish we could be meeting under better circumstances, but I've been enjoying. Well, I say enjoying. It's been interesting perspective seeing everybody's videos. Obviously, in some cases, it's been positivity. In other cases, it's been stuff that's been very negative, and you do have my my sympathies for that. For stuff like Chantel's wedding, like that's awful. Claire's grandmother passing, that sucks. So really sorry to hear that, guys. I've got a little list. I'm not saying I remember it off the top of my head, but shout outs to Hannah, Ali. I know your brother Ben. There you go. But I never met you before, so there you go. That's a factoid for you. Stephen, David, John, Claire, Charlotte, Chantal, Kate, Priscilla, Leah. Nice to meet you. There we go. Formal introductions. I'm Joe. I know Andrew from college. That's how I got invited into this group. And I know about a handful of people in here already, which is why I've not added them onto the list. Don't think I'm not just giving you a shout out, it's because I already know you, so don't need to talk to you again. I sound a little bit brusque, so I do apologise, but you know what I mean. So I'm not meaning. I wrote down a funny joke, but I've just completely ruined the timing of it. So I was saying I was going to say to the people I already knew, I'm not isolating you. So that was my funny joke, but it doesn't really work if you have the massive pause in between the subject matter. So shit. Oh well, that could have been better, but what are you going to do? Oh right. So in the previous video, I don't know if anybody watched it because it was really long. So I honestly not going to hold it against you. If you didn't watch all of it, but I was talking about me getting the last hand wash in Tesco's in Helsby, and this is it. Let's get it up on the camera. This side. So that's probably all going to be backwards. It is a white flower and elderflower champagne, luxurious antibacterial hand wash, unopened, which I plan to sell on eBay for £1,000. That's where we're at. Brilliant. Or if the world goes up shit creek, then there you go. I'll die in style, apocalypse in style. That's the plan. So I think I've only got 2 days worth to do because I didn't do one yesterday because I had so much trouble getting the actual video on bloody Facebook because it was long, very long. Ended up going through YouTube instead. I was tempted to do Facebook Live today, but when I got the camera up on my laptop to do it, it was lagging, and the quality was just rubbish. At least with this, well, I hope at least with this, the speech will actually be synced up and everything will look semi-decent. Even though, as I've already noticed, it looks like half my head is being devoured in light, which is a bit odd. But I can't really do it. If I move around, it's just going to be the same everywhere. So my sincere apologies for that. So going to Wednesday. Do Wednesday first. Obviously, we're on Thursday now. So I worked an 11 till 2:30, and I dragged it out too. My manager was about ready to send me at about 2:00, 2:15, and I went and did a little bit of washing up. I was like, nah, I'm here now. I want to stay. I want to earn some money. Like let's keep this train going. But at 2:30, she was like, yeah, nah, it's not happening, mate. You're going to have to go. Sorry about that. And I was like, fine, okay, whatever. And then in the evening, I was meeting my mum for tea. We were supposed to be going out to Define, actually, where I work, for restaurants I work, Define. Because I was supposed to be getting 50% off on Wednesdays now, with my new staff discount rules. So I said, Mum, let's go, because it's really nice food there. But she decided, I said I was up for it, but she decided that she didn't want to run the risk. She didn't want to run the risk of doing it, which is fine. I was like, yeah, sure. So instead, I went around hers. I gave her her Mother's Day present, and we sat at arm's length from each other, and we had sausage ragu, which was very nice. But that was the first time I had the realization of asking people for their permission to actually see them. You don't really think about that, do you? But I messaged her and I was like, look, I've had a cough, I've had a headache, and just feeling generally a bit shit. Not sure if it's coronavirus, but are you happy for me to come around? And she was like, yeah. But it felt a bit strange having that's something that obviously wouldn't usually do, but asking her permission, for her consent almost, for me to come and see her. It's just one of the new things that's arisen during this crisis, I suppose. So yes, I feel better today, by the way, which is good, which makes me think that it definitely wasn't coronavirus. It was just like a common cold or something. Yesterday I was still feeling lethargic, very sore as well. Not sure if I slept funny or whatever. And just kept getting like the heebie-jeebies, your whole body sort of shakes, sort of thing. You're just like, and just not feeling very well. But today I felt more or less back to normal as well. Shortness of breath is better. Still coughing a little bit, but it's like background coughing. It's not nothing bad. So that's good. That's something. I acquired some blackcurrant Lemsip, which wasn't, funnily enough, wasn't as popular as your average paracetamol, but suits me because every now and again I feel a bit shitty. Blackcurrant Lemsip does the job for me. It's like, yeah, I don't know if it's psychological or whatever, but just takes the edge off, doesn't it, when you actually need it. So I've got that in reserve in case something happens, which is always nice. The chemist near me it seems to have been inundated, really, with people. When I've gone in, they're out of paracetamol, they're out of a lot of things. There's people at the counter asking them for this, that, and everything. The staff looked really worked off their feet. They look quite stressed. I've been in a few times since this all started happening. Once to get my boss some menthol crystals, which that we put them in hot water and they sort of go whoosh, and it says don't get it in your eyes. You just got to like sniff over it, and it's supposed to unclog all your pores and that. And then I went again to get my blackcurrant Lemsip, and both times it was like people just in there, people looking through the window as well, seeing if they've got anything. Weird times. Me and my friends have been doing more regular online gaming. I think we've done it sort of every day for the last 5 days or so, which is cool. It's nice to hear people's voices and be doing something we can do without people who are obviously isolating, being nice to do something where we can be involved with that and enjoy that together. So me, Martin, James and Alice, my friends, have been playing State of Decay 2, ironically, playing a zombie game at a time like this, which is very satisfying, I'm not going to lie. It's like, loot everything, which potentially might be the state of the country as we see it. I did find out last night, actually, after I'd left work, there was somebody robbed the spa in Davenham at gunpoint, and then went round proceeding to rob various other places in the area at gunpoint. So my colleagues at Define got a tip-off from a customer, nonetheless, and locked all the doors, shut the place down, locked all the doors, put all the cash in the safe. But it's just like, I know I've sort of been not joking, but I've been saying, I could really see this turning into sort of the kind of thing where people start chancing their arm at looting and stuff. But that's a bit worrying because that sort of stuff is actually already happening in some places. And this isn't even the fully fledged thing, So that sucked a little bit. I'm glad I wasn't there for that, because that would have been a little bit, yeah. So an issue that I was thinking about the other day was I've been posting a lot of memes and stuff, both on Facebook generally, and sending it to various WhatsApp groups and things. And And I'm hoping that people don't think I'm being sort of insensitive, because some people in those groups and on those pages, obviously, it's affecting them in very negative ways. I just want to say, I do fully appreciate like what you're going through, and in my mind, I'm just doing it as a way of keeping morale up and being positive. Sort of, if you objectify something and make it the subject of fun, it sort of takes the fear out of it, because a lot of people are living in fear. Similar to sort of satire, where it's over exaggerated situations to show just how stupid something is. So I'm kind of just, it's more of a fuck you to coronavirus than it is a fuck you to people who are suffering from coronavirus, if you know what I mean. So I just thought I'd say that just in case, because I don't know, I'm not saying I've been getting the vibe that I've been pissing people off, but just so people know that's where I'm going with it. I'm not meaning to make you feel sort of victimized or isolated or anything like that. And if I am, I'm really sorry. Let me know and I'll stop doing it legitimately. But yeah, just something that crossed my mind the other day. I thought I'd get out. If anybody I know who's knows me sees it, then let me know. Give me feedback on my progress. Love it. So the last thing on Wednesday was they cancelled the Pokemon Go event at Sefton Park, which is a bit of a shitter. I have already spoken about my feelings about this. It's only going to be people walking around a park. People aren't going to have to be in each other's face French kissing. Just seems a bit unnecessary, but it's done now, innit? So there you go. Which means that our Drew isn't going to come all the way down here, which in a way is good, because I'm glad that it's taken that decision out of your hands, Drew, in a way, because it wouldn't have been a very good... I know that you might not have been able to make it anyway, but it wouldn't have been a very good time for you to travel all that distance. And while I do miss you and I want to see you, not under these circumstances, really, which is a shame. But yeah. So that's done. I had a gig that same day, which has been postponed until September, so I've got nothing on there now. So that's that. That was Wednesday. Sorry, this video has already been 12 minutes. I can't do short videos. I honestly, I have too much to gab on about. So I'm just going to... Let's do Thursday. I don't think there's less to talk about on Thursday, thankfully. And hopefully this video won't be another 20-minute ball ache. So today I did an 11:3, so slightly more hours. And it was busier, in fairness. Like, more people in... I think... Because Boris obviously put the thing out on Monday about going to pubs and restaurants. I think people have just... Some people who've heeded that advice have done it for a few days and been like, nah, fuck it. Like, world's still here. Everybody's still alive. Well, you know what I mean? Like, life goes on, I guess. And they probably got bored of sitting in their houses and been like, right, let's go back out. Let's go to Define. Let's do it. Which is good for us. But I still only worked a 4-hour shift. I think that partly the reason of that was I kind of pissed off my manager today because I had a bacon butty. And then I was eating a Snickers that I brought, and she came in and she was like, you're only on a 4-hour shift today. You don't really need that, do you? And I've been in a bit of a weird mood today, and I was sort of a little bit like, fuck the system, like, I'm going to eat this fucking Snickers. So I kept going back and eating it, and she kept getting gradually more and more pissed off. But I was just like, fuck it, I've committed to it now. I'm going to eat this fucking Snickers. I did that, I don't know, just like one of those nonsensical things. And afterwards you were like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just like stop eating it? And I don't know. It was a weird one. But anyway, she's pissed off at me now. And I'm working with her tomorrow. So I've only myself to blame. But it was a bit dumb. But also I felt like at the time, for some reason, what a dumb thing to fight for. I felt like I had to take a stand, so I fucking ate the Snickers, and I loved it. Loved every second of it. One thing that I did do, which was quite nice, I enjoyed, I worked till 2:45, actually, truth be told, but they gave me an extra 15 minutes pay to run some coffee and eggs across the road for a neighbour, not far from the shop, which was good. It's nice to actually be doing something like that. I think it was Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, like talking about how you were going to put things through people's letterboxes and that. I think that's a really good idea, like helping out your community and all the rest of it. And if Define goes under for whatever reason, I've got more time. It's something that I would consider doing 100%, because there's people who are really struggling at the moment. And if I'm not working, I'd rather put my time to good use doing something like that. Definitely, obviously, I'm still working now, so it's hard to work around that. But in times to come, I think that's very much a good way forward. Reaching out to people and helping out, definitely should get on the cards. What else have I got to say? Oh, Ali, I'm not sure. Your day 3's just come up, and I didn't watch it. I'm very sorry. I just started doing this video. You said you went to Chester. I need to. Well, I say I need to know. I want to know off you what it's like, because I'm supposed to be meeting a girl, weirdly enough, for a date tomorrow, about 6. But we're going to Chester because I thought, let's go to a city. Potentially, there's more chance in a city of stuff still being open. More people, more trade potentially. But let me know. If it was arid, then obviously I can change my plans. But that would be a good thing to know rather than I mean, I'm still going to go because it'll be interesting just to see what the situation is, but just not jumping into the unknown, you know. That's kind of where I'm at. What else have I got? Oh, Alan asked me for some basmati rice today from Spa. Couldn't get it. Not like instant, like actual rice. Couldn't get it. So there you go. State of the world that we're in. And that's literally that's such a strange thing to sign off on, but that's literally the last thing that I had on my list of what I wanted to say. So, sorry it was so fucking long again. I do apologise. I've cut it down by about 8 minutes, so that's something. And hopefully if I do it daily, it won't be quite as long. Let's hope for that. So, thank you. Stay safe. Goodbye.